In this module, we will learn more about forces. Have you ever seen a game of tug of war? In this game, two teams try to pull each other towards themselves. Or in other words, they apply force in opposite directions. The game is won by the team who applies more force in their directions. Thus, the net resulting force is in their direction. But sometimes the rope simply does not move because the two teams pull at it with equal force but in opposite direction. This tells us about an important property of force. Let us understand about the property of force with the help of an activity. What will happen if two people apply the force in the same direction of the box? You would observe that the box moves in the direction of applied force. We can conclude that forces applied on an object in the same direction add to one another. That is why they are able to push the box easily. What will happen if two people apply the force in the opposite direction on the box? There are two possibilities. Both apply equal force or one applies more force than other. What happens in each cases? In the first case, we observe the box does not move at all. Whereas in the second case, the box moves in the direction of bigger force. In this case, we can conclude the net force acting on it is the difference between two forces. So we can conclude that a force could be larger or smaller than the other. The strength of the force is usually expressed by its magnitude. We also have to specify the direction in which a force acts. Also, if the direction or the magnitude of the applied force changes, its effect also changes. In some cases, it adds up, whereas in others, it gets deducted. SI unit of force is Newton, represented as N or kilogram meter per second square. Next, we'll discuss some problems based on forces. Two boys exert forces of 40 Newton and 60 Newton in opposite direction on an object. Calculate the resultant force. Since two boys exert force in opposite directions, net force is the difference between the two forces. So, 60 Newton minus 40 Newton is equal to 20 Newton is the answer. So, you have to find out the solutions for the questions given below. Then you have to write down in your notebook.